We on?
Dog, I told you don't ever ask if it's rolling. We're rolling in this bitch.
We're talking about a fucking painting, though. It's important shit.
Yeah.
We're talking about Afghanistan here. That's what we were talking about. We weren't. I made that up, but still. That's what we're talking about now. We're jumping into it, bro. People know. People know. It's not like fucking people are tuning into this shit thinking about like other shit. Like what else are people thinking about? You know, like their jobs and like the, you know, the guy that fucked your wife. Get over that shit. You're listening to N APE. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who that guy that fucked your wife is. It doesn't matter that once, you know, she gets the divorce, she's gonna be, you know, moving out with the kids and fucking that other dude in a house that you're paying for. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that, you know, once you're 45 and you're tired of it, you're gonna, you know, get a real nice rope at, you know, Home Depot or whatever.
You got the mic the wrong way.
Stop playing. I was giving the best speech of all time. You just interrupted me for that shit. That was.
Yo, I was actually looking into making shroom tea. Would you be down to do it?
No.
Not even a bit?
Shroom tea? No.
Like a 1.5?
No.
Oh my god. Damn. I thought one of my topics was because I was looking at it and then I seen a video of some, I think it was a girl like putting like I think it was a microdose or like even smaller than one or something.
A microdose.
Very little, and it's mixed with honey, ginger.
Well, microdose, you're not supposed to feel like you're on something.
Yeah, but that was my point. I was looking at that because I literally just want to try like a little bit of it,
right?
And like how you said, not really feel it, but still feel a little bit of it. And the topic was, this is exactly what I wrote: shroom tea. Take it with ape and pod.
You will, you know, there is this like famous meme where there's a picture of like a man and he's just sitting in the forest. And there's like a shitload of dinosaurs around him. And in the background, it just says, that wasn't a microdose. So I really like that meme. That shit'll wake you right up if you realize that it wasn't a microdose.
But nah, we're not shrooming and potting?
No, definitely not. I'm not shrooming, period.
Not even a tea?
No, not even. I'll definitely watch somebody do it, though. Don't get me wrong.
Damn.
I'll like light the lighter up for somebody taking DMT or salvia in the middle of the podcast. I'll watch them jump out of a fucking 10-story window. I'll film it. I'll put it on YouTube. But I won't do it.
Okay. Well, there you go, guys. No,
I'm not making the same mistake that Tony Montana made. You know why Tony Montana ended up, you know...
He got addicted?
He got high on his own supply.
Okay.
We can't get high on our own supply.
We don't supply it.
We supply a podcast.
I don't see why. I think
it doesn't matter.
I think that'll actually be a good idea.
We're keeping it moving. We're keeping it moving.
Yo, Yosh, would you try shroom tea?
No.
You wouldn't try shrooms, period?
He's saying that, but he's only saying that because we don't have it now. If we had it now, we gotta tell Yosh, like, come on.
Not even like a microdose?
Just a little bit more.
No.
What'd you say before?
He said if it's edible, right?
No,
if it's edible. What if it tasted real good though? Like we put it in some cookies and shit, like, you know.
So you would never try
truffles,
mushroom?
Truffles.
No, I'm good.
Not even when you get older?
You know,
Pussy.
In Amsterdam, it's legal. Like the truffles, they sell.
You guys
them.
are pussies, man.
They sell them.
What?
You take 5 grams of that shit, come back to me.
But no one's saying 5 grams though.
Do it.
I would never, cause I'm smart.
Calling me a pussy. Fuck out.
Taking 5 grams is
Listen,
manly?
dude.
Yeah, all right.
Taking 5 grams is a heroic dose. That is the name.
You've never taken 5 grams.
Yes, I have.
That's the most you've ever done?
Of shrooms?
In one sitting?
Yeah, in one sitting, yes.
When was that?
Terrifying as fuck.
It was?
Yeah, that was about 2000. Trump wasn't president yet.
Was this a transaction I helped with or no?
That was completely, I found somebody. You know what the interesting thing is? Like, I don't know how some of these dudes are like not in prison after a while. Because I'm like, all right, you did this and you're that stupid for a week, right? Because I met this guy at a class I had, right? I was in college.
Okay.
I met this dude at the class and...
MDC?
He's bragging.
Yo, a lot of people be having the stamps on MC or the psychedelics. Remember the other episode I was telling you about how one of my boys got a whole fucking tray or...
Oh, yeah.
So MDC got the psychedelics though, apparently.
Yeah, there's some wild shit out there.
But keep on, what you saying?
But I show up to class.
You took 5 Gs?
I did take 5Gs, yeah.
From this guy from MDC.
Well, it was a weird way to get shrooms, I'll tell you that much, man. It was wild.
You just knew him from class? You guys chopped it up about drugs?
No, I didn't know him. He was a dude that was in class, but he was very braggadocious. You know, he was like, yeah, man, I took like this much and that much. He was like a fucking, like one
You just
drug,
heard him blabbering
just
about
complete shit talk.
Yeah.
Complete. And then eventually, I asked because he mentioned shrooms and I was looking for shrooms and I was like, so you got a connect? And he's like, motherfucker, I am the connect.
Yeah, you should stop hitting the table.
And I feel like that was a bit unnecessary.
So once he said that,
he screamed that out.
Oh,
I am the connect in a class full of like 30 people, right? You don't need to do that.
dude.
You know what I mean? That's unnecessary.
I mean, I know you've talked about recent drug trips, but
About that one?
yeah, let me know about it. How'd it go?
Well,
You said it was terrifying.
the issue is the issue.
Where'd you take it?
I took it at my pop's crib.
Okay.
That was back in the day. I went to go visit the pops,
At that spot that
and I
picked you up
stayed
at?
there. Yeah.
Okay. Took
And,
5 Gs.
Right there. Yeah.
How'd it go?
Right there. At first, not much. I was like, is this shit really 5G? Oh, that's the other thing about taking shrooms I gotta tell you.
Creeps up?
You could take 5 grams of shrooms, and it could end up being a lot more potent than you think it might be because it's the active ingredient, the psilocybin.
Yeah.
That's the shit that'll get you, up there, right?
So you'll never know how much. Did we speak about this before? Because it sounds familiar.
I don't know. Maybe we have, but it's
I've
important.
heard that.
But,
I've heard that before.
but people should know, like the amount of psilocybin you're not necessarily
know.
sure.
How would you know? You have to be a scientist and fucking chop that bitch up in pieces or some shit?
Oh, you can synthesize it. You can, if you're a chemist or some shit, you could definitely leave it the way that you leave another drug, right? So you can consume it in a capsule or something like that. They do that in the experiments.
Dude, this is super off topic, but there was a documentary in Netflix, and it was about a chemist. Have you seen it? It's I forgot the name of the exact name. Something with drugs in it. And pretty much the whole thing was there was this chemist. It was 2 chemists that had got in trouble for...
the LSD guys in the 60s? That they made that big-ass LSD lab and they gave it out?
No, that's something else.
The sunshine acid?
No. That's something else that I've heard about. But this is more like in the 2000s.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah, this is recent. People in Boston, 2 ladies.
Oh, shit.
They're 2 completely different stories, but the one I'm talking about is and I forget her name, bro. But whatever. It was a chemist that she was a regular girl. Everybody thought she was cool, super normal. Didn't even expect her to do drugs. And I forgot what led her into it, but I think she might have gotten depressed or something. And then, bruh, this chemist she's the one that does the test.
To see if it's the actual drug.
Yeah, exactly. If it's not real, if it's fake, and then she's the one that signs it. And then in court, she's the one. She's the chemist for that, for the cases in Boston. And bruh, she eventually just starts she goes on a fucking binge and just does every drug she had is liquefied. She has it in liquid form. So, bruh, you name it. She has it all. She's just doop, goop, goop. She fucking eventually does, she eventually becomes a crackhead though, which kind of sucks. And then she gets addicted to crack and it's out of control.
The worst part. Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm done. But yeah, that was fuck. That was pretty much what what it reminded me of. That shit's crazy, dog.
That's definitely wild.
To have every drug just liquefied like that, just right there at your hands. Is it tempting?
It's for me, yeah.
Let me tell you right now, as a guy who doesn't even do drugs, but just the fact that it's liquefied and you could just maybe just yo, fuck it, let me just take a little gulp. Fuck it, who cares?
You don't wanna be on that.
Bruh, and the thing is, the laboratories in Boston, bro, they did not give any fucks, bruh. They didn't catch on until a good, maybe a year after, bro.
It was a while, yeah.
And it was eventually because the samples is what she was getting high off. They seen that they seen the samples were almost empty.
Ran out.
And what
How
she
could
did,
this happen?
what she did was she put water inside it, to make it more full. And damn, I talked too loud on the mic. But let me get closer. But yeah, dog, I forgot the name of that documentary, but that shit was so dope. And yeah, that's whatever.
But I've seen. I know what documentary you're talking. That was a good documentary.
It was really amazing.
That was a great documentary.
And they made her I think she pled guilty eventually.
Yeah.
And she eventually she's there for the documentary
But
herself.
the wildest part though
What?
is that every single one of those motherfuckers that was tested, because she had to fill in the form.
Yo, all of them were wrong.
That was, yeah.
And then I remember, I think it was a lawyer that was in the documentary, and he was representing.
I think it was where she made it up though. She was like right, wrong, right.
No,
wrong.
yeah, she didn't. She was too high.
So people were like going to prison.
But the thing is, her argument was that she was doing it right, like while she was high. Like she was stable enough to actually.
Oh, she's a functioning drug addict.
Yeah, the thing is, she did do a lot of them right though, but there were some that were wrong, obviously.
Wild.
So it's like, damn, you're fucking up, dog. Like she would have got away if she just was accurate with
That's
all of
just
them.
not the job where you can afford to do that. You know, that's
Yeah,
the issue.
bro.
That's
Who
the
knew
issue.
being a chemist just had like access to like.
It's amazing, right? And you know the chemists are out there doing this type of shit, because like, where's all this shit coming from? Come on, you think you know El Chapo's cousin or some shit?
All those chemists have gone high off their own supply.
Yeah.
Like even if it was a little bit, because that's too fucking tempting.
You know what revolutionized weed?
What?
Like,
Yo, before you
really?
even say that, and the other girl that was in the documentary, yo, she just didn't give any fucks. Like she was just like, yo, wrong. Like she signed them like knowingly. Like
That was the first one, right?
that was I think it was the Indian girl. She was Indian or something. And then the one that was literally just getting high off her own supply, like it was a white woman.
Very based.
And then I know the Indian chick probably got like a couple years, maybe like 4 or 5, and then the white chick, she barely did anything, bro. Anything, because obviously she pleaded guilty too and shit, so they gave her a better deal. But
maybe her place wasn't as loose.
Nah, fam. I mean, the thing is, the other girl was like on some. She did a lot of cases wrong where the patients actually didn't have an actual drug. It was some bullshit. So
Yeah.
she signed off on that, and a bunch of people went to jail for that. So it's like, damn, yo, and a lot though. I'm thinking like maybe like 10 to 15, bro. It was severe.
And those are years.
Yeah, bro.
Those are years.
Yeah, but yeah, Doug. What are you saying about weed?
You know how they revolutionized weed.
Oh.
And if you watch Narcos, which everyone should, you're gonna figure out that these guys actually pulled up at a university, according to Narcos, up at a university because this is what they wanted. They wanted
Narcos? I seen Narcos.
They wanted no seeds, sin semilla.
Okay.
That's how they wanted the weed because it was gonna weigh less,
Uh-huh.
right? And it was.
What season was this? I seen the whole Narcos.
This was Narcos Mexico.
Oh, no wonder. I didn't see that one.
We're talking about La Mota.
Yeah, I know. That one, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
I loved it. I loved
not
it.
better than the Pablo one.
It's hard to beat Pablo Escobar with the shit he was doing.
Yeah,
He
dog.
was too wild, man.
Narcos did a really good job.
Ahead of your time, Pablo. Ahead of your time.
They did a really good job. I was fucking hooked to those.
Oh, I couldn't stop.
Yeah, bro.
Couldn't
Binge
stop.
watched all of them shits immediately, dog.
But the seedless weed that they wanted to make, basically what they did was they pulled up to I think it was a botanist, someone who specialized in that.
I know what it is.
And they go over there to the classroom. There's a university, and they tell everyone to get the fuck out of the room.
Oh shit.
And they tell
These are narcos, like actual cartel guys.
These are the guys. Yeah. And they're telling him, look, you're gonna have to make this weed grow in a strain. You're gonna have to be able to combine it somehow, strains, do something.
Threatening them like, yo.
But you're gonna have to make it so that this doesn't have seeds, right? Seedless, so that the offspring is seedless.
Wait, so you're about to tell me so the cartels are the guys who made weed get fucking really good.
Who else would do it, man?
Wow.
They had the
That's why. Wait, this was in Cali?
No, this was Mexico.
No, but they went to a botanist in
Mexico.
Oh, okay, Mexico.
This was in Mexico.
Okay.
All of this they got scientists in Mexico.
Okay.
You got to.
I'm not doubting.
You got to. How else would they be able to do everything they're doing to give us the best drugs in the world?
Damn, so it was the Mexicans, dog? It wasn't white people?
Well, the issue is at first the botanist was like, no, I can't do that. I don't know how. It's like impossible what you're asking for. But then like when something magical happens, like if you get a really smart person and you need them to solve a problem,
Yeah.
and at first they might think they can't, but as soon as a gun is pointed at their head, all of a sudden like solutions start popping out of the place.
Yeah, that was it.
And problem solved.
That's hilarious, though. When your life is threatened, you got it, though.
Amazing. But you were right about some of the stuff about the drug. I mean, the LSD stuff, that was like...
What did they actually find a way to... With no seeds?
Oh, yeah.
What was the process?
Yeah, well,
If you remember.
Honestly, I can't... Not too specifically.
Yeah,
but the only thing I know is that something was done in the process of mixing different strains that led to that.
Okay.
So it was basically like the original has seeds, but like the offspring doesn't.
Okay. That's interesting.
So that's how it had to be done. But it's, I mean, I was pretty shocked, like, to see the stuff that drugs have, like, ended up doing in Latin America.
Bro.
It's wild, man. Like, Pablo Escobar, that was a civil war.
Yo, of course.
That was a civil
probably
war.
one of the craziest civil wars of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, this guy was bombing kids and just, he did not give any fuck.
Isn't it wild how he was, like, also, you know, giving off the promotion of, like, I'm a family man.
And I'm for the people.
I'm for the people.
And he's killing random people. It's
That
like,
was
come
interesting.
Come on, Pablo. That's fucked up. That's why I didn't like, he wasn't really the Robin Hood, dog.
No, he's a fucking dick.
Yeah, dog.
Dude's a murderer.
Yeah.
No, I can't be on that.
If he didn't murder, I mean, obviously it's bad to murder people, period.
If it was just torture, that would have been fine for me, man. If all he did was like cut some people's balls off and like torture mothers and children, that would have been good.
Just not kill them, right?
But if you ruin their lives, I'm okay with that. The second you start decapitating people and like murder, that's it. Because they should at least be able to like enjoy the rest of their life with PTSD.
For sure.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah. Don't kill the people. Don't kill the people.
No, but
of
course, we're messing around. Obviously,
dude. But the way they fucking presented Narcos though, that shit was A+, bro.
It was amazing. I have people tell me that it's not the best show of Pablo Escobar. I tried to watch the other ones. I was like, this is a novela. You turn Pablo Escobar's life into a soap opera.
I mean, there's a lot of shows based on him too.
But I'm saying Narcos is the best one, and I know
hands down.
People disagree with that. I'm like,
a lot of people say it's not factual at all.
I don't give a fuck. I watched it and I was very entertained. Facts don't care. Well, that's what Ben Shapiro.
Feelings don't care about facts.
Yeah, feelings don't care about facts. That's what I was going for.
Take that, Ben.
Take it.
That's what I'll tell him.
I've told it to him before. He didn't reply, but I said it anyway, so. Oh, that's worth saying out there.
Ben Shapiro, though.
Man, last time we talked about some weird shit, by the way.
What, last episode?
The last episode, yeah. I don't know if you recall, because, last episode I actually ended up talking to you about, like, rap and the Illuminati in rap.
Oh, my God.
And we completely
forgot about that.
We were on a tangent about that.
Dude, I forgot to even, like, prepare for this topic, but I'm ready. Let's do it.
But we still got stuff.
I got shit off the top, so it's easy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
where do you want to start, dog? Because like,
we gotta start.
First of all, I don't even feel comfortable talking about this topic because people be just disappearing after they speak about the Illuminati or whatever, even that word. So I'm like,
after I end up like suicided, because I didn't do it, but like make T-shirts with my name.
And our VNA, just bring out merch and just make our families rich.
Yeah.
That's all I wish for if I die. God forbid, knock on wood.
That's it. That's all I want them to do, but we're going to go ahead and expose the Illuminati. That's what we're here to do. Yeah. We got to take over the... I can't do the Alex Jones voice. That's a hard voice to do. The raspy, obese redneck voice. That's Texas hard to master.
Is he from Texas?
I think he is. Yeah, he's from Austin, Texas, I think.
That's my guess. I don't even know. I could just tell.
But the Illuminati stuff is weird. I was looking back, especially when you think about hip hop.
Yeah.
Because this is something that's been going on for like since at least the 90s, right?
Yeah. Like
Tupac was talking about the Illuminati, but there's very like different interpretations about what he meant when he said Illuminati.
I mean, that's the whole thing about it. It's just however you perceive it, I guess, but that's why we gotta I mean, there's a lot of artists that do talk about the Illuminati, which is funny too. There's like a bunch of clips out there.
It's ironic.
There's one with French where he's like, I think it was what's homie's name?
I think he was getting close to what Prodigy said.
Tim Westwood. I don't know if you ever seen a Tim Westwood.
I know.
He's a dude from
very white European
UK,
dude.
UK guy. But,
and he has dudes spit mad bars, and he's just there in the background.
Yeah. He talks about. I think he brings up the Illuminati, and French is like, "Really, man?" Like, I think he tells him about it. Like, yeah, people are getting rich off this, da da da. And then French is like, "Yeah, man, I want to join." So like, there's different views from different artists. There's some that are like how French is, they play around with it. There's some that are like, I mean, fuck it. Jay-Z and Rick Ross have a song called Freemason. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Now, I'm not saying it has anything to do with Freemason. Like,
well, but the thing about Jay-Z is like, you know, you got to cut the foreplay.
Why is he doing it though?
He has to cut the foreplay, man.
Like, come on,
he's doing it. He's trolling us at this point, man.
You really think so? Yo, but he's been doing it before it was even publicized.
Well,
that's the tricky part. And why the hell did Prodigy say Jay-Z's evil?
That's a good thing to consider.
That will always haunt me.
I think it's possible that Prodigy thought that Jay-Z was in the Illuminati. That's what it seems like Prodigy was inferring at a certain point.
Damn, I think I actually have to move this. Because, like, I just keep hearing the table wobble, and I feel like, I don't know if it's you.
Is it?
I think it might be the fact that my mic stand was super close to the... But we're good. Anyway, I just moved it so we're straight. It shouldn't make that noise anymore.
If you're thinking about, like, what Prodigy was saying about Jay-Z, I mean, that was pretty...
Did you see that clip?
It's pretty weird. I've seen what Prodigy has done in general about the Illuminati.
Nah, but you got to see that clip, though.
The one about Jay-Z?
Specifically, where he says that he thinks Jay-Z's evil, which I was like, what? That shit threw... And he said it in a... You know, Genius? The website that covers all the lyrics.
Yeah, of course.
That's like it's a popular brand, and he said it there though. That's where I was like, damn, like he just blew it out the window like that. I was like, oh shit, like.
But I'd have to think like, why does he say Jay-Z is evil? Like it could be a bunch of different, because there's some people, man, that are straight up psychopaths, especially at the top.
Of course.
You know, that's the issue. So. I don't know what he meant by that. If you would have said, you know, I saw Jay-Z, you know, selling children's body parts off a van or some shit, you know, that would have been like, oh, that's the type of evil we're talking about. You know, but it could also be the type of evil, like I'm businessman evil, you know, like if somebody fucks around too much, they might disappear.
For
sure. You know, like Mafia, Cosa Nostra type of stuff. That's one of them, you know.
Like Cosa Nostra.
But Prodigy is probably the most interesting dude to come up with that, you know. Because the way that he was talking about it, he took it to another level. I don't think anyone in hip hop has ever.
He wasn't playing, bro. I wish deep. I gotta get the name of those, the name of the books he was talking about. Because I remember he says it in an interview too, and he says the name of the books, so which is like even more like interesting.
You know, when I heard about what he said, I think I can infer what one of the books he might have been talking about is, because there was this one book. He made this mixtape called Hegelian, or was it an album? It was called Hegelian.
It was a project.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a 3-part project.
But then he passed.
He passed.
Yeah, unfortunately, R.I.P.
And R.I.P. And the thing about that is, like, first of all, the name of it is a weird. You don't expect that. Like, who?
Right, you gotta know about that.
People generally, like, you have to be a philosophy student or something like that if you're really gonna, if you know what Hegelian, or at least you have to be interested in.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even know what the hell it is. That's me being honest with you. Like,
only people that like look philosophy students, people that are interested in Karl Marx. That's it. And communist and shit like that.
What is it?
Well, Hegelian dialectic is a system of interpreting reality, right? Okay. It's like but it's different the way that Hegel did it. The guy that made it, like,
that made the book.
That made
not the book, like the actual
the philosopher.
Yeah.
And so he was a German philosopher, and he came up with a way of interpreting history and making sense of like history, but it was like through the mind, right? It wasn't like the way that he perceived the world. It wasn't like he was trying to tell you, this is how the world really is. It's like, no, this is how ideas are. He was describing, like, you know, a history of the world through
Right.
idealism, right? Through that
Pretty interesting.
philosophy. It's pretty hard shit to actually.
Confusing.
It can be, yeah.
You read it?
And Marx some of it.
Okay.
I'm not.
Yo, can you pass me the scissors, bro? Appreciate it, bro. I don't know where it is.
It's weird that he would come up, and it's weird that it would be influential because he's saying basically what Prodigy was getting at is that Hegel, right, Hegel's dialectics is actually being used currently to manipulate people, to get people divided against each other, right? Because basically what you do is you get one thing, anything, right? Can be like Democrats, and then you get its opposite.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm here searching the Jay-Z Prodigy clip.
Oh, the video?
Yeah, the weirdest thing now is I can't even find it now. That's funny.
It's maybe he had that removed, or he like suicided the guy that did it or some shit.
It was a genius interview. Oh, I think I found it, my man. Keep on talking though. Whoa, what were you saying?
I was talking about like how Prodigy was suggesting. By the way, Prodigy knew Alex Jones.
They were cool?
Oh, they've done it. He's interviewed them. He's interviewed him, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. I haven't seen that.
He's interviewed, yeah. No, they knew each other. The Hegelian thing that came from, that he believed that probably came from another woman who actually did work at the White House, and her father was in Skull and Bones, the same secret society that George Bush was in.
Yeah.
And she actually wrote a book. I can't remember the exact title, but it's something like, the plan to make America dumber. Right, and it was basically about how like the schooling system is purposefully being garbage, make people stupid, get them to behave a certain way, manipulate politics, control, power, right?
Right.
And the idea was Hegelian dialectic, right? You get one thing, you get its opposite, and you get what's called synthesis, which means it's like the product after that. So it's like you got Democrats, you got Republicans. One is the opposite of the other. Not literally, but in a certain way they are opposites, right?
Yeah, of course.
They're in conflict, ideally. And you get synthesis, which is the outcome of that. So, like, synthesis would be like what happens after these two compete against each other. You end up getting whatever it is that you get. And so how they use those two different opposites to manipulate people, to make, people show up at the Capitol and do some wild shit on January 6th, to make Antifa dress up in all black, and you have like a 4 foot tall lesbian chick trying to beat up a redneck, and it's funny. And so,
that's interesting though.
But that was what Prodigy thought.
Look, I got the clip. Check it.
Break down Ross, Kendrick Lamar. We're talking about Beyonce and Madonna.
This might be the clip.
Let's talk about the Illuminati and their lyrics.
That was great.
Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess.
I'm like, is she taking a shot? Or is she doing what I did? Like, you know what I mean? Just like putting it in there. I don't know. It's interesting to see her even say that in a song.
Word.
What is the Illuminati?
Right or wrong?
Like, if you could break down.
We do gotta talk, so no copyright.
It's a group that was.
Yeah.
You already know.
This is why we need a soundboard.
1700s, something like that. 1600s.
He's talking about like
1600s.
White House. He started this group of people like powerful, rich.
He's going all the way back though.
Yeah, he knows the shit.
Basically,
I'm trying to see down. Where's
The Bavarians.
opinion and
Wait, I think the Jay-Z clip
the world
is. Hold up, did I
move
pass it?
forward. The word means like the illuminated ones. Light.
It's right here. It's right here. Hold up.
Comes out, Jay-Z drops his debut Reasonable Doubt.
I don't even think this is the clip, dog, but fuck it. We're gonna play
Produced by
it.
DJ Premier. And they sample your line, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body.
Let me see if he says it here. The craziest thing about that track is he literally sampled Prodigy saying the Illuminati line, and he sampled the Snoop song.
Yeah, murder was the case.
Come on, whatever. Let's keep it
I mean, you name it. Everyone from Jay-Z to Kanye West,
Come
Drake,
on, hurry
Meek Mill,
up.
Rick Ross, Kendrick Lamar. We talking about Beyonce.
Also in our people. I had bumped this in some other books that these Muslim brothers used to sell on the streets. The author was Dr. Malachi Z. York. His books just opened my eyes even wider. Simple things like when you say amen after you pray, like where does that come from? Like the origin of the Bible, the origin of the...
All right, we don't want to get copyrighted, but I couldn't find the Jay-Z clip where he actually says Jay-Z's evil or like he implies
I mean, it's even in Wikipedia. You can find if you look up Prodigy, you'll see like
there's definitely a clip where I'll find it later, bro. This is me not being prepared for the pod, dog. This is one on me.
I mean, listen, bro. No one's prepared.
But regardless, that shit is
the world isn't prepared, bro. You got climate change. You got Afghanistan.
Bro, Beyonce said it. You heard him.
I remember that track when it came out.
Formation, that whack ass shit.
And I thought at the same time, I was like,
that was literally that would have been my reaction too.
But I just think it's like it's a thing because it gets people talking.
I mean, now though,
it
right?
gets people talking. I mean, it was back in the day.
Back then, it wasn't a thing.
But it was though. It was culturally a thing. See,
it just wasn't called Illuminati.
It was called Illuminati. You know how? Wait a second.
Okay,
Wait a second. Though. This is important stuff, Mike.
Go ahead.
This is very important stuff.
Because I've never heard anybody say Illuminati back then.
Listen, you know how Tupac found out about the Illuminati?
He was the first dude I heard about it say it. He might be the most popular dude to literally popularize it. Right or wrong?
It was in prison that he found out about it.
Reading the Machiavelli books?
No, from prisoners. Talking to him.
Oh, actual people?
And he was like, this is just like a way to keep us back. They're like saying, oh, you're powerless. There's like this secret society trying to get onto you. That's one interpretation of like, because I saw the interviews with Pac from back in the day where he was talking about the Illuminati. That's what I got from it. That's what it seems like to me for the most part.
And what do you say he said exactly? That it's a way to push us back.
It's a way to fuck with people mentally to like push them into this idea, especially like minorities and stuff, to get them into this idea. Like
trolling again. It could be trolling. A sense of trolling.
These people have the world so packed with their ideology. They have so much power that it's impossible for us. Man.
Yeah, but Prodigy believed in it heavy though.
Prodigy believed in it. Yeah, heavy.
He was literally going off saying what year they were met. He named the guy, and I always forget his name too, dog. I'm sorry, guys. I have a stoner memory. So
you're talking about like the Bavarian Illuminati back in the day, like
no, the actual dude who started it. There's his name. It's on Wiki too.
Yeah, the the original Illuminati.
Yes,
the ones that we know for a fact existed. That they ended up being persecuted in the United States as well after they came.
Oh, they
here.
were?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. Well, it's a big issue, man. Like a nation is a weird thing. That's another thing. The CIA, even by looking it up,
motherfuckers are fucking scumballs, dog. Like I don't trust the CIA.
You already know that they manipulate shit, right? Everyone knows that.
I mean, they put drugs in the street, right?
It's common sense.
Like, let's be honest, we know this.
That they fund their shit, but they funded their shit by doing that, by trafficking drugs.
That's fucking sick,
right?
That's the problem though. The government will never go against itself. I mean, is the CIA privately or is it government funded?
You know, here's the thing. Yeah, it's government funded.
So,
but is it really? That's the issue. See, everything.
What do you mean by that?
The government. When we think about the government, first of all, our government is like different than, of course, a government like China, right? Where it's a dictatorship, right?
Right.
So they had the same guy for like ever until he dies or some shit, right?
Right.
But we have like every couple of months there's every few years there's an election.
Right.
You got a new guy who has
Senators,
a different plan.
Mayors.
You got this guy, Home Depot paid him, but Lowe's paid him more, so he's giving them a loan or whatever, you know. So that type of stuff happens. But then the CIA, they're autonomous to a certain degree. They don't have to answer that much. And usually
you don't know people from the CIA because they keep their identity very secretive. Yeah, and they're secretive people.
And they're not going to tell you. They're not going to be like, we're investigating these secret canals that they made. You know,
right.
They're not going to do that, right? They might do it 50 years later, right? Tell you. But that's the only way we know for the most part.
That's it, yeah.
But like other than that, you know, they sometimes don't have enough money, and since the government is so scattered, it's like you got the president, the Senate, the House, this committee, that committee, and they're all like, you know, fighting for power inside the government. They all have their own agendas, and the CIA is like, well, we don't have any way to fund this, and like no one's gonna find out, right? Yeah. So, but eventually people do find out. Even if they try to hide the evidence, people end up finding out because they're so terrible.
They've hid evidence.
Oh yeah, they did.
Like what?
Yeah. They hid evidence. Yeah, there was a part of the issue was when they were trafficking, when they were getting, I forgot the name of this guy, but he was actually getting drugs. He was dealing with Pablo Escobar, and that's part of the way that they were like funding themselves is like through drug money, right?
Right.
And so he was like flying kilos,
Easy.
you know?
Yeah, easy.
And so they actually ended up killing that guy, and they actually ended up trying to take away the evidence.
You're talking about the guy that had long hair in Narcos, that he was always flying in the plane? Forgot his name.
This is an American we're talking about.
Yeah, he was an American.
He was an American, right?
And he flew the plane.
I don't remember in Narcos. I don't remember that well, but I remember
his name.
that they actually made a movie about him with.
Wasn't it George?
I can't remember.
Fuck, I don't remember it. Whatever.
I can't remember. But he did that actually ended up happening. They had like a little place, like a little what is it called, like where the planes land, right?
Like a midway, because they didn't have enough gas. Was it that?
Just like a little shelter. It's like a house for planes, if you want to call it that. Like in an airport where you can just park the plane and leave it there. Because it was small. It wasn't like it was a jet or anything.
They
right?
actually have homes like that in Florida here, I think.
Like that?
Yeah, I forgot the names of them. I saw them on TikTok. There's a name for them. I just don't know right now. I don't know shit.
Like shelters that are that
I'm
big?
retarded. I don't even want to say that word. I'm dumb, guys. I'm sorry.
Man. But this guy ended up in a situation where it was like he was terrified because he knew they were coming after him. He started running away, going to this place. They ended up coming after, and they erased the evidence, right? The place where he had his stuff, they told him, like, you got to get rid of all this stuff. The plan went to shit. We're not doing this anymore. We changed our mind. This, that. And they get rid of the documents, but people still end up finding out, right? That's how it works.
How did they find out that the CIA fucking put drugs literally on the streets of LA?
You mean like through? You mean like when they traffic drugs to the United States? That's what you mean?
Yeah.
Man, it's that they did it so many times to fund their experiments. I don't know the first time they found out, but like, it was it happened a lot. You know?
All I've ever known, I've heard was that it was in LA mostly. A bunch of, I think it was probably like Rodney King times, or no, Ronald Reagan. It was probably it, right?
Reagan,
right? That was the time when they were fucking putting drugs on the street.
Reagan was when the crack epidemic started.
There you go. Yeah.
That was when things got heavy with crack.
He was a bad president though.
The Reagan?
Yeah, he was an asshole though.
Reagan, the 80s were a weird time, by the way. Not just for that, but like the amount of violence. And like the 80s was also...
I kind of wish I lived in those times.
But like when Jimmy Carter was president, like before Reagan...
People say he was a good president.
He only had one term, by the way.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he didn't get reelected.
Oh, damn. Then he wasn't a good president?
Well, it's complicated, you know, because like sometimes the president does something and like at first it seems like a bad thing, and then later on people change their minds. They're like, that was a good thing that you did that.
I mean, that could happen in life though.
So like one of the things that he did was, you know, he let the Cubans in here when Fidel Castro got a bunch of people out of prison. El Mariel boat lift.
Damn, that was him?
That was him.
Oh shit.
He said, we're letting them in.
Hey,
there was nowhere else for them to go.
Carter got me.
And that's why that's a big part of why there's so many Cubans in exile, because like, you know, when Castro started, a bunch of them were like,
that's literally Scarface the movie.
That's Scarface the movie, right? Yeah. So that's how that was a situation with Carter. But the Reagan thing, part of the issue was like as soon as the drugs started popping up, a lot of people like, because you know that there was a different law. So that's part of the things that people talk about, like, oh, there was a different...
Didn't he invent the RICO?
The RICO charge?
Yeah, like the actual thing?
That was invented during that era, I think. But that was with this... what's the name of Donald Trump's lawyer? Rudy Giuliani. Rudy Giuliani was the one that really wanted to get RICO charges and turn them into a thing.
And because of New York?
Because of the mafia, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
The mafia. So that was... Because it was a huge issue.
Because it was impossible to catch them.
They ran New York.
Yeah, it was impossible to catch them.
They ran New York, and that was a weird thing. And running New York is hard.
Is the mafia still a thing, bro?
It is, but it's not the same.
Nah?
It's not the same.
Can't be. Because too much social media and just too much... They're thugging on the internet now?
The social media.
I feel like that's the problem. Like, kids are just going to be so accustomed to it that, like, that's not a part of, like, mafia life.
They used to be like, real troopers, though. Like, to the point where, like, if you ever got caught...
Chopping your fucking head off?
You took that to the death. If you didn't, it was death.
Exactly. No, yeah. Once you get into that life, you're stuck. Like that
was Cosa Nostra.
Yeah.
But like eventually, you know, once the first guy snitches, the second guy snitches.
Yeah, it's
and then
over.
the third, it's like a domino effect. And so if you got that many snitches, it's hard to maintain an organization that's illegal.
New York has a lot of snitches, man.
Yeah, snitches multiply once it starts. That's part of the issue, man.
What do you feel about snitching? Honestly.
Snitching in what sense? You mean snitching like I got myself into some shit and now I'm gonna like tell everything I know and betray my loyalty? Because for me that's the main issue with snitching.
There could be a couple perspectives. I feel like snitching, that's the thing though. Like maybe snitching can't be a thing. I mean, it still could be a thing if you get caught by yourself, but you could snitch on like that in American Gangster. What's that dude's name? I forgot his name. He gets caught. He snitches on all the bad cops that are doing like crooked shit. So that's still snitching, but it's snitching on bad cops.
It's seen differently.
I mean, I just think personally, I wouldn't even get myself in a position to even like have to snitch on somebody.
There's situations where I think it's wrong for the most part.
Nah, it's
right?
Morally is wrong.
I think because the reason why I think it's wrong is because I think it's a betrayal of like your priorities, your loyalty to other people for the most part. There's another issue though with snitching. Like for example, it's like, well, there's some people you shouldn't have loyalty to.
Period. That's the thing.
Right.
You shouldn't even be in that situation, but you're a dickhead and you did get into it.
Yeah.
It's like that's it's hard to like.
There's some people that like for example, let's say 9/11.
Okay.
Let's say you were the one guy that was asleep at the camera, and this time you go back in time, you're awake, you're like, those are the guys, and you're gonna be like, bro, I'm not snitching, man, I'm not no bitch, bro.
No,
come on,
but
bro.
see, that's different, man. That's different.
It's like, how
that's not even
serious is
snitching
it?
because you're not even in a. Snitching refers to when you got yourself in trouble and you got yourself arrested, and
let's say you did though.
Telling on somebody will take your charges away. That's snitching.
Okay, let's change the situation then.
Okay.
Because you're right. It's usually like, oh, there's some pressure, and now you like betrayed your like what you said you were gonna. This isn't who you are.
Right.
This is who you are. You lied about who you were. You were fake. You said you weren't gonna.
Snitch. Yeah,
you said this isn't who you were. You're not a bitch. If you get caught, it's your fault. You deal with the consequences.
The main thing that goes in my head is 6ix9ine. He's the number one snitch right now. Apparently.
Man, I think he's trying to make it like what do you call it? Like socially acceptable.
Nah, it's already acceptable.
But
like
it's not.
He hasn't even been canceled, really.
I come from a long line of people that like absolutely under all situations refuse to snitch no matter
That's
fucking
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
But this is, for me, it was because it was a family thing. And so like the
always,
last
bro.
person that you would ever feel like snitching on was a family. But see, no, it's not even just that. It was also organizations.
See, but he's in a whole different situation
Friends,
though.
like people that
not
you know.
even. He wouldn't even consider those guys friends. I mean, people already know the story.
The thing is, in Cuba, there's more snitches than people, man. And that makes no sense, but it's true
In
somehow.
Cuba?
Yeah.
No, yeah, because they're sucking the fucking regime's dick.
The government is designed to be that way.
I mean,
It's designed to be that way because they have these little meetings and shit, and if you don't go, you're
not one of them.
You're an asshole. You're this. You're that. You're not a revolutionary. You're all this shit. And what they do is they get one guy that goes to the meetings. They're like,
My brothers told me there's rats in every block,
everywhere,
just looking to see if some fuck shit's going on, and if it does, they're definitely bringing it back.
And they keep each other on track.
Yeah, for sure.
Because once you start showing up to the meetings, they'll be like, yo, I need you to make that girl fall in love with you, bro. Why? Because her husband. We got to have some leverage on her husband. And they do the same thing
shit
to
like
you.
that?
And they do the same thing to your wife, yeah.
Oh, them niggas are
That's
petty,
exactly
bro.
how it is. And my pops, when he was in the in the resistance, like when he was one of the counter-revolutionaries, he was an engineer.
Uh-huh.
A lot of anti-revolutionaries are engineers, by the way.
Right.
Yeah. And so what ended up happening was like these guys are
Why is that though?
Why is that?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing. Oswaldo Paya, who was murdered by the regime in a car accident, right? Quotation marks.
Yeah.
He was an engineer. That's about as much. I don't want to like reveal who my.
All right, it's okay. You don't have to.
But yeah, that was That was it. That's how it works. I mean, they really do want to get leverage on you. And my pops, his whole thing was like, look, we can't say anything here that we're not willing to say in public because you know there's a snitch in every single one of these meetings. I don't know who they are, but I know that they're here. And we have to be transparent. If we're going to go here and do this and set up a meeting, make sure everyone knows. Because I don't want there to be any secrets. Because if there's secrets, then we're not connected. Because then we're worried about, oh, what if this guy tells? What if this guy does this? Now we got to be open. You got to be willing to do this and prove it up front, in front of everybody.
I feel you. That's some shit.
And that was the only way to do it.
The whole thing with 6ix9ine though.
6ix9ine.
Pretty much he was getting exploited from the gang. And he fucking one-upped them, bro.
How do you think it was in prison for him?
It was probably sweet, though. And he has money.
You think so?
He has money, bro.
You think he was like in tennis courts and shit, eating shrimp?
I mean, yeah, he has money, bro.
But like, what prison was he in though? That's the thing, cause like,
damn, which one was he in? I forgot.
Cause you know they got prisons and they got prisons.
He was definitely. I think he was in a federal prison.
He was in fuck me in the ass prison.
He got RICO charges.
That's a rough one.
He was in a federal prison, and federal prison is way less crazier than whatchamacallit?
State?
Yeah, than state, bro. Like by extreme though, state prison is way more crazier. Trust me. In federal prison, you have way more things to do. Like you get way more like you.
The funding is probably better too.
Way better. You get things like an MP3, like shit like that. Like you could just listen to music.
Maybe every once in a while you get like actual food.
You can email people. Like there's way better advantages of being in a federal prison than state prison.
The state thing for prison is a weird thing because like they privatize it.
Yo, state prison is rough, dog.
Yeah, but how you gonna make it like private prisons? Like for real, this is where we are.
Yo, and they're in buttfuck Egypt.
Private prisons.
They're in the middle of nowhere.
Bro, like even cop unions, I'm not with that. Like, how you gonna have a union and you're a cop? Your whole thing is to prevent crime, but you get paid if there's crime.
I mean,
this is an issue. Like, if you're gonna have a situation where you're like paying money to like politicians,
yeah,
and you're like a union of cops, and what you're saying is like we're paying you money and we want weed to stay illegal because we're getting a lot of money by like getting people bails or whatever.
Yeah, that's funny. Fuck, what was I gonna say? I just
some shit about like 6ix9ine and his experience in prison and how he found love.
Would you have snitched if
I was in his situation?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna answer that question because I can't.
That's tough.
Because you know how easy it would be to be like, fuck no, man, I'm the shit. But
I mean, yeah, I know.
It's too easy, right? Like
he got kidnapped by them.
But on the other side is like,
he's a dickhead for getting himself in that situation. But like, that's why it's hard because I would never be in that situation. But then at the same time,
it's like, are these really the guys I want to take it for? Like, for real. These are the guys I'm gonna take the charge for.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. And they kidnapped him. They were exploiting him. Right. So it's like, yo, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's a rat still at the end of the day, but
he's a rat for getting himself into that. I mean, that's what, I think we pretty much agree on that part. I mean, he's like he decided to get himself.
He literally did it all for the gram, dog. Like he's the definition of that, bro. Like
that's true.
That shit blows my mind, dog. Imagine that a gang is willing to just like, hey, fuck it, you could be in the gang. This guy's bringing money in, right? Let's put him in the gang. Let's see how things goes. This guy starts talking crazy to every fucking rapper in the world because he has the gang with him. He got the gang power, so whatever. Eventually gets fucked over by the gang. 6ix9ine claims that somebody fucked his baby mother. They said they were always exploiting him. Just a bunch of shit. They eventually were trying to kill him. It was on wiretap by Jim Jones. It's a lot of dumb shit, bro. Like
it's a wild thing to experience at the same time.
And then he just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just snitch and I'm gonna live life, bro.
I'm just saying that's a weird thing. Isn't it weird the gangs? First of all,
I don't even want to talk on gangs because.
No, I'm not gonna talk about them. I'm just gonna like the fact that they exist.
The fact that
they exist like here in the United States, where like a lot of them are gangs that didn't exist before the crack era and all that shit started happening.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's how life works, though. Eventually, things just keep going in its own way.
It's weird to see, like, from Black Panthers to Bloods and Crips.
I mean, Bloods and Crips has been a thing for a minute, though.
Yeah, but no, of course it has. But like the issue is like it came from that.
The whole Bloods and Crips?
From a communist Black Power political party.
Right.
To Bloods and Crips.
Is that actually true?
That's 100% true.
Like it literally stems from that?
From the Black Panthers, 100%. That's a fact, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's where it came from. I mean, and it's an issue.
It's been a fucking issue ever since? I mean...
It's definitely been an issue. A lot of people suffer, man.
People die.
If you're born there, you end up, you end up probably becoming, part of that shit, It happens. Like, you were born there. I
feel like not all gangs are evil, though.
I mean, what is define gang then? You know what I'm saying? Because like
you're saying like, oh yeah, it's based off doing bad things.
I'm saying gangs in terms of like gangs.
Actual crip man. We go to LA right now in Compton. We're gonna see some gang members.
Well, yeah, we are.
We live in a place that you typically don't even see.
The
gang
issue
members.
is like the thing is like a gang is a lot of people. It's not. It's not one person. So there could be like there's some people that are banging and other people is just like, yeah, I was just born here, but like I'm a computer programmer or some shit. I don't know.
Nah, I mean actual gangbangers, bro.
Like you kill people.
I mean, you don't gotta be a gangbanger to kill people, though, do you?
No, you don't have to. Of course not.
So,
but I'm saying like if you're, but what does banging mean? Like you bang for your
hood, I guess, right?
Right, but what is that?
What does that imply?
What does that imply? That's
I mean, taking care of your community. Isn't that what it is?
Come on. Come on.
I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you, though. I'm saying that all gangs aren't.
It can. It does. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the gang member. Like
you
got people that are Crips and they're like fucking
Nipsey Hussle.
They're fun. That's exactly what I was gonna bring him up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg is actually like he runs
the most famous Crip. Probably.
He runs a football team. But at the same time, we can't deny that like there's a shitload of issues that have come from that.
Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
the issue is that there's a bunch of Crips that like it's old enough now for them to be old and for them to look back and be like, we didn't need to see any of this shit happen.
Right.
And they're thinking like, how many people are like that? People that I didn't know that people have killed from my side and vice versa. People that I grew up with, like they didn't get to live this long. Right.
That's life, though.
And so it doesn't like you could be someone that has 20 bodies, you'll still be like, damn. You know what that is, bro. In Chicago, that's normal. Yeah, that's the issue. That's normal. Chicago really is something else. Yo, like really, really something. Like having bodies is like having like an Xbox. Like it's crazy. It's wild out there. I don't even want to say shit. Like I'm scared of saying that shit, bro. Like, I'm generally. They might cut the ape in half. If I ever go to Chicago, bro, let me just tell you, I am not even stepping foot in a crazy. If I see something something really has to happen in Chicago though. Like this shit. You remember when Trump was trying to bring the tanks out there? That's fucking retarded. Didn't he do that? No, I'm saying the idea is retarded. Or did he tweet it? I think he tweeted it, bro. That dude will tweet anything. Yeah, but he was like, we gotta get the tanks out there. I gotta find that, like one of those old tweets, like in the database that has to. Yeah, Trump was trying to get tanks out there to like actually control shit and like. They did one of the most terrible things ever in Chicago to like try to stop the situation because they were like, oh, this territory belongs to this group, that territory. I saw that in a documentary where they were interviewing like the people that live there because they got some of them. And like this is the territory of gang A, this is the territory of gang B, and they like made them move together. Oh god! And I'm like, oh, now nobody trusts nobody. The murder rate has skyrocketed even more. They did that. That's fucking insane. I saw that in a Vice documentary a while back ago, and they love Vice, man. They were interviewing the guy, and I'm like, you don't want to fuck with that guy, but at the same time, it's like, this guy's making some good points. Dude. Oh my god, I remember watching Vice, bro. Tell me you've seen, it's a meme already, so you probably have seen it. The video where there's a Crip. It might be a Crip. Where he's getting beat up? Yes, where he tries to join in New York? Yes, man. Oh my god. Fight back. Fam, I seen that video and like my jaw just dropped. Yeah. The fact that he just accepted that and was just cool with it. Yo, I was mind blown, dog. I'm like, yo, fam, this is what I don't like about gangs. Like, first of all, why is this necessary? Yes, why are we beating this man up? Yo, he got his shit rocked, yo.
Like, yo, he was looking bad. I kind of felt bad for him, dog.
I thought to myself, you know what I
This
felt
is the
bad for him?
most unnecessary shit ever.
You know, I felt worse for him in the beginning of the documentary than like after.
Yeah, because after he was cool with it, so that made me even more pissed. Like, yo, you're a fucking dickhead. Like,
But when you realize like all the other guys,
they're even dickheads too.
like how'd they get in there? How'd they join? It was probably the same shit.
And they'll probably whoop my ass, but dog, like, what are we doing? Are we just beating this man? Like, you could have killed him.
You coulda.
Obviously, they weren't close to killing him, but yo, he got an ass whooping, bro. Like, that wasn't necessary. That's it.
There was a point where he was like,
dude, his fucking pants were falling. That nigga was in his boxers. Yo, fam, that man was down bad, yo. At the end of the video, he's like all teary and like just like, yeah, like.
And some dudes next to him like, stop acting like a bitch. You making us look soft. What the fuck?
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that shit had me dead
That's
the first time I seen it, dog.
That's a
It's
classic.
a meme now, dog. Like,
Oh,
God bless that man, yo.
I hope he's doing good. I really do.
I hope he's stuck in it in peace now and just.
But I did feel like I felt worse at the beginning because at the beginning I was like, because the title of the documentary tells you like this is about a dude
getting jumped in.
He's getting jumped in. He's getting initiated.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is this man doing this? Like, why
is he publicizing it on Vice?
Why have you made this decision? You know,
like he literally, that's some clout shit right there. Like he was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm willing to get beat up on camera. Yo, that's down bad. Yo, I don't care who you think you are. That man gets no respect, dog.
Oh shit!
I bet wherever he's at, people just see him and he's like, oh yeah, that's the dude that got fucking rocked on Vice.
That's like, because the thing is like, I think he was a rapper. Like he was rapping.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like,
I did remember he was smoking joints. Like if shit was calm, like if he was about to like enjoy some shit.
At the end, at the end
he smoked joints
with a black eye and shit.
2 fucking shades on and shit. This man had the joint.
You know, I ain't lose nothing from that.
Yeah, some cliche ass shit. Yeah, dog.
If anything, I gained from it. You
I was
feel me?
like, bro, this shit is so cringe, yo.
That was amazing.
Yo, she seen that video?
Yo, you gotta have seen.
You gotta see that video.
You
bro.
gotta see it.
That shit is comedy.
That was
bro.
life changing. That. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
The thing about that is like, I just don't know if he. I don't know if halfway through the documentary they told him we're gonna film the ass whooping.
I wonder.
Because if you know, you never know.
I wonder.
Because reporters, they'll do anything, right?
You think so?
There's bitches in Afghanistan right now.
I mean, he had to know.
For CNN, and then I'm like, yo, this shit could get killed or whatever.
He had to know, bro. He had to know.
I'm just saying, like, did you think it out though? Like, because if you get your ass whooped on camera, and the thing is like, we gotta look hard.
Of course.
We can't look soft. But the thing is like, it's an ass whooping. But he was like, it's a gang, so it's like a hard ass whooping.
Fam, he couldn't even pull his pants up, bro.
The thing that killed it for me, like the thing that killed it for me in terms of like, oh, this is a badass, was like the
keep fighting, like yo,
fight back.
That was like, yo, fam, poor guy.
If the dudes that are jumping you in are telling you fight back and it's being filmed, they're like, you making us look bad. That's what I interpreted.
First of all,
from that.
yo, these people don't give a fuck about you. Like,
no, of course they don't. No. Well, it depends. Well, they don't, but it depends.
They don't, bro.
But I'm saying, like,
if you truly care about somebody, like first of all, I feel like gang bangers or gang members or whatever, like those dudes right there, brainwashed. Period.
Yeah, that's an issue. It's a big issue.
That's brainwashed. Like, I don't care. I don't know. That's just how I feel. If you feel like that's normal,
no, that's part of how it is. That has to be part of the culture.
I know that's the initiation. It's always been like that.
The whole culture is a brainwash, though. Like, to convince one person to kill another person.
Yeah.
Right. That has to be 2 things. One, an environment where people don't trust each other, and so the reason I'm killing you is because either A, I got a beef with you, or B,
it could be deeper than that, though.
It could be way deeper than that. A beef could happen, but a turf war is a situation where nobody feels safe.
That's the thing.
And so the only way to survive through that, if you're a group of people that are like fighting another group of people, is to create that brainwashing, to be like, because that's war.
Yeah.
And so you got to be like
Chicago right there.
Exactly. Chirac,
dog. That's Chirac, dog. Holy shit. That shit isn't. Imagine that we're living here, and then like the next block, it's people we have fucking problems with, and if we step over there, we have a chance of just like getting our head blown off. That's fucking terrifying. Yo, block though. These people in Chirac are blocks away, like 1 or 2 blocks away. That's literally like Wild Park from here.
Can you imagine though? Like, whose idea was it? The guy that I was talking about, like in the documentary, where they just shuffled them up.
Yeah.
I was like, the dude was a block away. You made him my neighbor. What did you expect?
Yeah, that was kind of brainless.
That was ridiculous.
Why would you put people that hate each other next to each other?
They thought it was like, oh, this is gonna split.
They're gonna eventually resolve it peacefully.
They're gonna hug it out or some shit.
Yeah, idiot.
That's no, that can't, no. But
dude, we gotta talk to that dude who got beat up. We need him right here. I want to talk to him, and we need to ask. He probably hates us.
That could be the first guest.
If he heard this, he'd be like, "Yo, fuck these dudes." That could be
the first guest.
That would be insane.
Would he come with the strap?
Yeah, like we gotta check him.
He's like, "You want to say that shit again?"
He might bring the homies.
He might bring the homies.
If he brings the homies,
they might be telling me, "Fight back," and I might be like, "Ah."
Dead ass, yo, like chill, though. I don't want no problems.
No problems.
I just thought that video was ridiculous. Vice just like got paid off your ass whooping.
Vice definitely got paid off that one. That has a whole lot of views, that one.
Dude, you're a meme. Like, whatever. I don't even want to keep on.
On the other hand, you are famous, though.
Fuck it. He got what he wanted, probably.
Yeah, think about that. But on the other hand, see, because this is a thing where, like, this country's getting weirder and weirder and weirder by the month. By the month. Because, like, ass whoopings are so publicized that it's like a section of the internet. Not like the world star hip hop.
Oh, man.
Right? Could you have imagined that without an internet? It would have been like, I don't know, like DVDs or something like that.
I mean, smack DVD, but that was on some hip hop shit. But World Star is literally like a news section of just like
ass whoopings.
100%. Rated R shit, like fucking naked girls.
Yeah, it has a bunch, but that's what it's known for though, because that's when people scream World Star for the most part.
The ass whooping.
It's the ass whooping.
Yeah,
and that's a classic.
It became a thing, bro. World Star.
This country's getting a lot weirder though, because it's a point now where like there's protests and weird shit going on in the street. Nobody even cares anymore. Like if you look at the other day, I saw like in LA, there were like a bunch of like rednecks fighting some Antifa dorks or some shit.
Okay.
And it was apparently Proud Boys or some shit. And I don't know what they were doing in LA.
But they heard about that.
But they just beat the fuck out of each other for no reason. For no reason, just there because
they just don't like each other.
I mean, there is a reason. It's obviously like, oh, this is a law that's gonna come and it has something to do about trans or whatever and some shit, something related to like
Proud Boys are against it.
Just anything that divides them, right? The whole Hegelian dialectic shit that we were talking about. That's not what I.
Did you see Caitlyn Jenner's video on the border?
Oh, because Caitlyn is running for
trying to be governor,
right? Yeah,
trying to take out my man. Terminator.
This is wow. This is
so Terminator. My man Arnold was governor of Cali, right? Or he still is?
Yeah, he was the governor of Cali. He was.
He's not anymore?
No, he hasn't been for a long time now.
Okay, so we had the Terminator. Now we're about to have Bruce Jenner, now Caitlyn Jenner. Fucking swag.
This is going to be the first governor in the United States history, or maybe the first governor ever, with a dick and a pair of tits. Think about that.
There's a first.
You think about that.
But yeah, I was asking you because there was a video I seen of her.
Caitlyn can beat off and have something to feel on.
I guess she was in Mexico and she's like filming the wall, and she's like, "We gotta finish the wall," because I think there was a piece like that. You seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
I think she put it on her Instagram, or I've seen it on Twitter, and there was a piece that was missing. It's like, "Oh, we gotta fix the wall. Look, there's people right now." Coming over the wall. There was literally, I didn't see anybody, but she was like, "Yeah, we gotta fix this. So get me for governor." I was like, okay. This
has been a thing for a while now.
She really wants to finish the wall.
Highly memeable content, by the way. This Caitlyn Jenner stuff.
Why is she so crazy about finishing the wall?
Because she's supposed to be a Republican, but it's hard to be a Republican if you're trans.
Because they hate trans.
Because because Republicans are closer to the conservative movement.
Which is like...
Conservative is like to conserve the culture.
Very Christian-esque.
preserve that sort of thing.
Yeah, and white people
to stop.
I mean, there's black conservatives.
For a part of that is to stop it from getting,
diversified?
No, not diversified. From getting subverted.
Okay.
Subverted. That was especially important during the Cold War. There's a lot of issues with our culture, right? And I'm not talking about like now. Back then it was worse, obviously, right?
I mean, Trump started it, bro.
Should you really like beat the fuck out of someone because they're gay? Like, no, what the fuck kind of shit is that? Right? That's ridiculous.
A failed businessman. Well,
a failed businessman /
TV host.
That one I don't. You know, Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Ronald Reagan.
That's based.
Was also a spy during the Cold War.
Was he? For what?
Oh yeah.
For who?
Yeah. For the government. He actually did. I think his code name was T10. It was a bunch of T's with like different numbers, and he was either T9 or T10. I can't remember.
He was a spy.
A spy, but it wasn't like spy and like
some James Bond shit.
And like they got him. Yeah, it wasn't like that.
Okay.
Basically, he was famous actor, right?
Yeah.
And basically, he had access to a lot of Hollywood, and they were saying like, there's some communists here in Hollywood. And we're fighting with the Soviet Union. Those are the communists on the other side of the world. They got nuclear weapons. We got to defend ourselves. And so basically, Ronald Reagan, he was always like, he was a hardcore, like, fuck the communist type shit. And he went over there.
He was a Republican, right?
Hardcore Republican, right?
Gotcha.
And he ended up, like, finding some of them and, like, reporting back, right? Basically, like, he gave a testimony. It's like, you can find it on YouTube probably right now.
He was spying on a bunch of communists.
And it's old. This shit is in black and white.
And then just snitched and told the government, like, get these fuckers out of here.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Shit.
They were people that he was close with because he was in that Hollywood circle. That's why they got him.
Oh, yeah, my fault. There was those people in Hollywood.
It was Hollywood people. Yeah, that's who they were really worried about for the most part.
Wow.
Because Hollywood...
Wait, but was he an actor first or second? Probably second, right?
You mean
after being a spy?
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure he was already an actor. Famous actor because... the reason they got him is because of his Hollywood connections, because of who he was in Hollywood.
Got you. And then he became a spy.
And then he became a spy.
And then he became president?
And then he became president.
Golly.
Yeah.
He lived the life.
It's a hell of a life, right?
Yeah, but fuck him. I don't fuck with Ronald Reagan.
Man, that's a weird dude.
The fact that, I don't know, man. His push on drugs was based.
I think the subversion
shit. He's a liar, right?
I do think the subversion shit is happening, by the way. Like, that's not...
The subversion shit?
Subversion shit, where there's like another country like trying to fuck with the minds of...
The U.S.?
Yeah, because like even if you talk to like the KGB agent... Have you ever played Call of Duty Cold War?
I have it.
You have it, right? Have you ever seen like in the intro, isn't it, where they have this guy, they have like some dude that's talking with like an accent? On like a small screen, like the screen.
You're talking about the newest one that came out, right? Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War?
Isn't that like the first thing you see?
I'm trying to see which one is that. I think so. I'm not sure.
Where there's this Russian guy. Well, I forgot which Call of Duty it was, but there's this Russian guy talking, and he's...
Keep telling me. I'll probably remember.
Talking about like the division, and he has like this accent. That's Yuri Bezmenov. He's a KGB agent.
Reznov?
Bezmenov. And he escaped from the Soviet Union. He was a top KGB agent. He was a propaganda dude. That was his job.
Shit.
His job was to get the dudes as soon as they arrive on the airport and have them fucked up and completely intoxicated so that they would think that the Soviet Union was the shit. Because that's what he would do. He would get like the famous journalists and shit from the United States and fly them over to like the Soviet Union, communist Soviet Union, right? And make them think that the Soviet Union was the shit so that they would go back home and report and be like, this place is awesome. No one's dying here. And it was ridiculous. Dude, there were kids in concentration camps and these people didn't even notice. They were like, this is kindergarten.
What the?
Because the propaganda machine is intense. And he came after he left. Yeah. He was in India for a while.
That's how it is, like in North Korea and shit. Extreme propaganda.
Oh, in North Korea, it's way.
They don't know anything, right?
No, they don't know anything.
Like what's going on anywhere else, right?
At all. No, they don't even. They
don't even have internet, right?
No, they don't have internet at all.
Yo, God bless them.
At all. No. There's no access to information, and that's but the thing is, like, it's almost worse with the internet, but it's not. Obviously, it's not because
because you're gonna see some factual shit,
Right.
but there's
Because
a lot of misinformation.
at least you can work by yourself to like try to figure out what's fake
and what's real.
true.
Yeah.
Right.
But these people don't got shit. Like they can't.
No. That is it's fucked.
Like all they got is North Korean stuff in there related.
And they're like killing them off purposefully and telling them about it.
That's fucked up.
They're telling them because there's like 50 different classes of wealth, which is ironic as fuck. Because like communism, the whole goal, like yo, come on.
Kim Jong. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
He's a fucker. Didn't he fucking
Kim Jong, you and everyone in your family has a small dick.
Didn't he ban skinny jeans, or did he make it? There was a phase where
I saw him wearing some wide pants or some shit. You know?
I seen those. You sent me those. Those shits are huge.
The umbrella shorts or whatever.
My man was flexing with the bags.
That's just sad.
Yo, what size were those shits?
I don't know. That was probably Photoshop though.
No, I don't even think it was. That's the thing. I believed it.
Listen, man, it's North Korea. Anything can happen.
That man, I don't even.
Anything.
And everybody has to have a certain haircut.
You can't have his haircut.
Damn.
Oh, and you have to have, like, there's paintings in the house. Here's an interesting thing. There was this great, there's a girl that actually left from there, and she's really, obviously anti-communist.
Came to the U.S., right?
Came to the U.S. and she's done, like, she's been on Rogan's podcast. She went with Jordan Peterson. She went with a lot of people.
How the fuck did she make it out?
It was a rough story. It was a rough story.
I can imagine.
She almost died. Coming out, and she was raped a lot of times in China. There's a lot of, by the way, China, fuck you for having like 300,000 North Korean girls fucking
raped?
Enslaved as like prostitutes and organ selling and shit like
for
that.
Real?
This is how it goes down in China, by the way. Like, this is not in China, in these communist countries. The same thing happened in North Korea.
Yeah.
Where they kill like millions of people because it's like, to them, you're just like, you're useful for the revolution. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And like, if somebody needs a liver and it's a rich guy and he's gonna pay us and this is for the revolution or whatever, then we're fucking taking yours because you're in a concentration camp and nobody even knows you're fucking alive.
Dude,
and we own you.
I wouldn't. Well, I fuck with all type of people, but I can't fuck with Chinese people because they have a dog parade every year, bro, and they kill them.
Dude, I've seen those videos and it's
That's
brutal.
fucking cruel, dog.
Don't they? Are you talking about like where they fry them to eat them? Dude, I've seen a dude frying a dog alive.
Dude, come on.
And
bro.
I felt like beating the absolute shit out of that man.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, you piece of shit.
How could they do that, dog? That's OD, dog. Like, I would never in my life even think about fucking.
For me, the worst thing is like making it, like the torture.
Yeah, bro.
The torture, man. Like, you don't have to torture him.
You don't gotta fry him while he's fucking alive. Kill him first, at least.
That
If
is
you're gonna kill him,
completely,
bro.
like, that's not necessary, my dude. It's not necessary.
Is that why are we eating dogs?
Listen, man, there's a lot of
I
worse.
know there's different type of religions, different type of cultures.
I'm just saying it gets worse, like, in terms of, like, taste.
What they eat?
For
us,
it's worse. For them, it's like, oh, delicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it depends. It depends. You know what I mean?
I'm not eating dogs ever, bro. Don't care.
They won't tell you. They won't tell you.
Right? The Chinese.
You know, they tried to give it. You know,
here?
back at like when we were born. Right. I was born in Cuba still.
Okay.
And motherfuckers there were eating dogs because it was special period.
See, I'm not.
There
rocking
wasn't
with that.
shit.
I'm not
but
rocking
the
with
thing
that.
is, like, my pops pulled up to the crib and he was like, "This shit tastes weird." And he was like, "What is this?" And they were like, "It's pork." He's like, "That's not fucking pork." And he dipped.
Oh God.
Like, he refused to eat that shit. He's
They
like,
try to play him like that, dog.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. First of all, if anybody did that to me, I'd probably beat the fuck out of them. Don't play with me like that, man. Like,
What if it tastes great?
Even then, bro, like.
What if it tastes great? You never know.
See, that's an animal where I just can't see eating, bro. It's like, come on, dog. A dog?
I think humans are like very close to dogs, and that's why.
I have a dog.
Yeah, I have a dog. Yeah.
That's why. Even if I didn't have a pet, I still wouldn't need a dog, man. Fuck
That's
outta
the
here.
thing is, like, you know, part of the thing about meat is like we just don't see what we do.
No, we don't. We just don't see it as an actual animal. It's so, like it's so different.
It's so separated from us.
Yeah.
Like, we pay a dude money, we don't realize it. You pay him. That motivates. Money is a motivator. That's what it is.
Chop, chop, chop.
Yeah.
He's dead. Clean all the blood. Seal him up. Ship him to the stores. Supply and demand.
That's what it is.
Fucking crazy, dog.
We give them the demand and they supply.
Would you ever go vegan?
I probably would. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wish I could do it, but I feel like in order to be vegan, you need some cash, man.
I could probably be vegan cheap as fuck.
But eating like comfortable things you like, I feel like it's more expensive, no?
Oh, if you want to have like a real nice diet and shit.
Right, and like be super.
Yeah, that's expensive.
Not on some like little dick shit and just eat like all lettuce.
You gotta go to like Whole Foods and shit.
Yeah, all that nice stuff, yeah.
And you gotta get, one of the things is like the ice cream. Like, how far would you go? Because like one thing is vegetarian, another is ice cream.
Oh, I've tried a vegan ice cream.
How is it?
It's really good
Compared to regular ice cream?
It's pretty good. It's literally the same shit.
Get the fuck out.
I'm not even joking. Look, I'm telling you right now, you want to try it, get some Ben & Jerry's vegan ice cream. Fucking great.
But that's not a fair comparison. Well, all right. Ben & Jerry's vegan versus regular Ben & Jerry's?
Yeah.
The same quality?
Yes, same quality.
Respect.
As good.
Shout out Ben
when I tried that,
no, actually, fuck Ben and Jerry. Weren't they the ones that fucked around with China and they apologized or some shit to China? It's like, fuck you.
No, I don't know anything.
That
about
was them. There was some Ben and Jerry shit. I don't remember what it was, but still, fuck you, Ben and Jerry's.
I know they're super democratic and shit, so
they're on some.
They
bullshit.
are, right? I think they were like Team Bernie. Bernie got his own.
Bernie? How the fuck are you Team Bernie? You're rich. You're fucking.
Bernie got his own flavor.
What the fuck are you guys?
And Ben and Jerry's. He had his own.
Did he go for it? Did he like it?
I think he did, yeah.
He did? He likes the he's in the business.
You know Ben and Jerry's, Bernie, that's all like young people crowd right there.
I saw like this article where it was like Bernie and they were talking about how like he used to talk about millionaires and he stopped saying millionaires as soon as they found out he was a millionaire.
That's hilarious.
That shit was it's the billionaires we got to worry about.
Yeah, that's what he says.
He says billionaires.
I know he's complained about. Is it Elon? Oh no, it's Jeff. He's always complaining about Jeff.
Listen, he hates all of them.
He hates Jeff. He's like, wait, this guy didn't pay any taxes and he did this and he did that. And I forgot what he tweeted, but yeah.
The shit he promotes is so ridiculous though. Like the way he's talking about shit is like, yo, you're promoting a $6 trillion package for this country of all countries. For infrastructure. Like that's it.
You think Bernie's view was kind of fucked up? It wasn't gonna help America?
The issue is that a guy like Bernie.
I had hope in Bernie, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
No, my thing for Bernie is like, first of all, he's not gonna become president. That's clear.
Nah.
At this point.
You don't think he had any chance though?
I don't think he had a chance. If he was younger.
I feel like because who was he going against again?
If he was younger, he was going against. Well,
was it around Clinton? Right, it was Clinton he was going against.
You mean back then?
I mean, it was he won twice, right?
You mean when Trump won?
Yeah.
Yeah, he went against Clinton and for the Democratic nomination.
Shit, dog. Dude, he should have beat Clinton, bro. Come on.
I think what happened is a lot of people were scared of the socialism shit. A lot of people that were, and they should be, by the way. What the fuck?
First of all, that would be literally two opposites, though, right? Like the way Trump thinks and the way Bernie thinks.
I just don't think it would be opposites, though, because like Trump is actually economically.
Yeah.
Like culturally in general, of course, right? But like in terms of economics, like just plain, like dude, Trump gave out his like stimulus checks and shit in the middle of a fucking pandemic, right?
Yeah.
This is not some shit that like a hardcore capitalist does.
No?
Right?
Okay.
Hardcore capitalism is like, fuck that, private property. You don't get to, taxation is theft or whatever, that type of shit.
Right.
Or any taxes that aren't like for.
So if anything, he was kind of similar to Bernie? A little similarity?
It's just, I wouldn't even call it similarity because Bernie Sanders is a socialist.
Okay.
Right?
And what would you say Trump is?
I would say Trump is just a Republican, and economically he's a market capitalist.
Gotcha.
Right, and that's what we are. I mean, it's not like we're...
What was Hillary?
She's a market capitalist too. She's just... I better not say anything about her. I might end up committing suicide accidentally.
Yeah, is that serious? People talking about Hillary like that?
Oh man, you gotta watch the Clinton Chronicles.
That's a thing?
I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying it happened. You know what I'm saying?
What is it? What is the Clinton Chronicles?
Clinton Chronicles is a documentary made by like... first of all, I think that the guys that made it, they were actually like the cops from that area. And they made the documentary like, why doesn't anyone listen to us?
It's on YouTube?
It is on YouTube, yeah.
Dude, you gotta send me that.
And it was...
Is it actually good though?
It's 100% good.
Yeah?
It's gonna talk to you...
Do they dig deep?
Bro, you have no idea who Bill Clinton is until you watch that shit.
Alright, then I gotta see it then.
Allegedly.
Right, of course.
I'm not saying it's real, you know, I'm full
The
of
guy
shit.
that was chilling with Jeff, of course, in the plane.
Dude, you're gonna hear stories about the coke and how the guy that I was talking to you about, the guy that was flying for the CIA,
He was involved with Bill?
the coke. Dude, it was in Arkansas that they pulled him up.
Isn't Bill from Arkansas?
He was the governor of Arkansas.
Yes, right. That's right.
And this is the issue, is like he parks over there in Arkansas or whatever, and all of the agencies were trying to get after him, right?
Okay.
All of them, like the CIA and this organization, that
The
organization.
guy flying the planes for...
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is the issue with that.
And Bill didn't do shit.
No, it's way worse than that.
Oh, okay.
But part of what I'm trying to get at is like, it's clear, right? Like these guys, they don't even understand what the other guy's doing. Like they don't trust each other.
Right.
CIA agents don't even fucking trust each other. Imagine CIA
Really?
and FBI. That's
They're
happened.
like that?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah.
Even though they're under the same government?
Man, you gotta. It's wild out here.
Damn. CIA be going against the FBI?
Listen,
And all type of shit?
well, here's what happened. A bunch of these different agencies, they pulled up and they wanted to arrest him. And they had him arrested.
Okay.
And basically, here's what happens.
Bill pops up.
Bill calls, he's the governor of the state. He has full authority there. He's like,
Bleep, bleep.
let him go.
Word?
Don't arrest.
Just like that?
And he was set free, fam.
You know Pablo paid him.
Listen, man.
Something happened there.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Is it in the Clinton Chronicles?
That part?
Yeah.
I don't remember if that's in the Clinton Chronicles.
That's super
but
interesting,
in the Clinton
though.
Chronicles, they talk to like the chicks that claim that he raped the fuck out of them.
Oh, shit.
The same ones that talk about like how he's a cokehead and shit. And
I
how,
can see that.
And the shit that he was a hippie in Oxford, which is clear. I mean, look at the way he used to dress back in the day when he was in the university. I mean, it was like, yo, this is not a dude who takes life seriously.
You can tell, dude. You
But
can tell he looks lighthearted,
but isn't
having
it
fun.
But it's also rough, right? Like,
For sure.
If you think about it, like,
This fucking politician.
cokehead, politician, did not have sexual relations, but actually did. How far does it go?
Like do you think a lot of politicians are hiding shit? And I think we should end it. We should end it by here because we're definitely we actually recorded a lot. Yeah, we're like an hour 30 or some shit. But whatever. You think politicians are hiding? A lot of them are, or you think they're true to themselves?
No, I think they're hiding a lot.
But most of them though,
dude. If I send you this shit,
forget about that. Do you think there's any real honest politicians?
Honest? Fuck no.
Nah.
Like honest politics, it's impossible.
Genuine politicians, nah, right?
How are you able to convince people?
Know,
you can't convince people with the truth,
right?
Because a lie always sounds better. That's the issue. That's the issue with the system, the way that it's set up right now.
Feel that. So
I guess we could end it there, and I'm lying to you.
Guys, we will be back next week.
Peace.
Swag. Go subscribe and yeah.